Hey everybody, it's Jordan, the Millionaire Millennial, and in this video I'm going to actually start a new series called Funnel Review, where I actually go and look at other people's different sales funnels and tell you whether I think they're good, whether I think they're bad, what I would improve or what I would change, and then I'll give them a score of 1 out of 10. So if you don't know what a sales funnel is, just click on any ad that you've ever seen anywhere and it will take you to what's called a sales funnel. If you don't really know, I'll put a description or the video right now of kind of like a picture of how a sales funnel works. You start at the top and you fall all the way down. The purpose of a sales funnel is to get a customer to buy a product, and this can be used in any different way that you could possibly imagine. Everything from physical products, digital products, books, ebooks, anything that you could sell, you can make a sales funnel to do it. So if you have any suggestions for different funnels or different people's funnels that you've seen that you want me to review, leave me a comment and I'll gladly go check out those funnels and see what I think about them, and I'll probably feature them in the next episode of Funnel Review. But for our first episode of Funnel Review, I want to look at one of the most famous or infamous marketers of our time, Tai Lopez. Now, Tai Lopez popped on the scene several years ago, making different YouTube videos talking about the good life. Now, we've probably all seen a video of Tai's once or twice, so I will spare you the details of his style of videos, but he started years ago making YouTube videos. And then he released an ad a few years ago that we've all seen and that we all remember. And I'll show you that ad in a second. That's where we're actually going to start, because that is the beginning of the funnel, is an advertisement typically. Either an advertisement or some sort of organic traffic. That's where the funnel begins. And so we're going to start with that video. That's right. We're going to start with...
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here.
So we've all seen this video. This is a video that has almost 70 million views and a terrible like to dislike ratio. But that is because Tai spammed the ever-living crap out of YouTube for several months with this video. Now, what was the purpose of that? Well, it's to get people to sign up for his 67 steps. And so this is the beginning of the 67-step funnel. Now, he's got a ton of sales funnels because he has a ton of different products, and I'm going to look at a couple of them in this video, but we're going to look at this main funnel because this funnel alone has brought him over $10 million. And obviously it's pretty wise that he kind of made the comments disabled, because I can imagine that there was a lot of hate comments on this video because people hated this ad, but it worked really, really well. In fact, a lot of business courses in college use this ad to teach marketing because of how good this ad is and how well it performed over several months and actually several years. Have really kick-started Tai's whole career. So if we click on this ad, or if we clicked on this ad when it was an ad, then we would be taken to this page, right? So we click on this ad, we're taken to this page right here. I'm gonna minimize myself a little more so you can actually see some of the main factors on this page. All right, so let me break down what we're looking at here and explain like why each and every piece is important for this page, right? So this is the beginning of the funnel. This is the sales page. Now the funnel does begin on this page because this is the ad page, and you know, it's just him talking about the different 67 steps and how it works. And then if we click this, I want you to notice that we're taken to a different page. All right, so if we click this link, we're taken to this page, but if we click this link, we're taken to this page. Now this is an older page, right? This is the up-to-date funnel. This is his funnel from like a year ago. All right, so he just hasn't updated the links on this video, but so we'll actually be able to compare the two funnels for the same exact product, and I'm gonna tell you which funnel I think worked better, so we can actually look at both funnels and compare and contrast them. So let's look at the more up-to-date funnel first. All right, so the first thing I want you to notice is that it has a call us number. Right, very few funnels and very few businesses that are operating online have a phone number, and the purpose of this number isn't actually for customers to call. In fact, Tai probably doesn't want people to call him because it costs money to have people on standby all the time answering phones. That's expensive. And so he doesn't actually want you to call that number. The reason that number's there is to prove to you that this is all legit, right? If there's a phone number, then it's probably a legit business. I want you to understand that that's not entirely true. Anybody can go get a 1-800 number and forward it out to some call centers out in India. It's not that hard, and it's actually not that expensive if you're looking at building a multi-million-dollar funnel. So having a 1-800 number does actually build a lot of credibility, but just I want you to understand from a consumer point of view, it doesn't actually make anything more credible, but it's there to prove that this is all real. And actually, if you call this number, you will get a salesperson that will try to sell you one of Tai's many services. Now we've got the big headline here, right? Only 5% of people will ever learn how to use this secret formula. So what that does is that says there's very, very few people that will even understand this. It is a secret formula. And so that applies two different things. That applies scarcity, because there's a very, very small amount of people that understand it. And he's willing to teach it to you, right? Only a very few percent will understand it, but I'm willing to show you what it is, right? So you can watch how he went from $47 to his house in the hills by watching this video. Now this video,
All right, I'm gonna give
is decently long, and so you can see there's no controls. We can't actually skip, but if we click YouTube,
I'm gonna give you
we can be taken to the actual YouTube page where we can see this is an hour and 20-minute long video. And what this video is him talking about life and the pursuit of happiness and health, wealth, and love and happiness, right, is the four things that he likes to talk about the most. And then towards the middle of what he's talking about, he introduces 67 steps and how it's good. And you can see almost exactly halfway this annotation pops up, which is going to take you to that page that we were just on, right, is the beginning of his funnel. All right, and so usually that's how any sales video is about halfway through. You're going to see him start talking about what exactly he is. So let's see what he's actually talking about.
It's not a get-rich-quick schemes, none of those things. It's a powerful system that contains...
There you go. It's talking about his powerful system that contains all of the answers that you could ever want. And that's what he's going for. He's trying to show you that this is something worth your money, that if you buy this program, it's going to really help you. And that pops up about halfway through the video. Now, if we go back to this page, you can see you can watch that full video.
You
can't
three...
skip it though. And that's kind of a big difference there, is he doesn't want you to be able to skip the video. He wants you to listen to everything he has to say so he can set you up to sell you the product. If you're able to skip ahead, you're going to skip around. You're not really going to listen to what he has to say. So he wants to make sure that you're listening and paying attention. Now on the side here, it doesn't matter what you pick out of any of these. It doesn't change anything. He just wants your name and email so that he can follow up with you later. Now, underneath here, you see important, he basically says, answer these questions honestly. It doesn't matter, by the way, what you answer them. He'll probably send you the same stuff. He's going to send you his KSE mind map to the good life, transcription of this presentation here. He's going to send you he's going to send you a bunch of stuff. He's going to send you a lot of information and stuff on your email. And so that's important in a funnel, is to get the person's name and email so that you can communicate with them after they leave your page. Whether they buy what you're selling or not, he wants to make sure that he can contact you later, either with another offer or to follow up and see if you still want to buy this product or whatever. It's always a good idea to grab someone's name and email. So that is definitely a plus on this page. Now, if we scroll down here, you're going to see over 200,000 people have joined his 67 steps. And so if you don't know, 67 steps is like $50 right now. So this is over $10 million in sales from this single program right here. So pretty crazy. And then right here is actually pretty important. He provides credibility to him and his website. He says, look, I've got an 8 million view TEDx talk. I'm legit. I've got 6 million page likes on Facebook. I've got almost 1 million followers on Twitter, over 2 mil and 1 mil on YouTube. I'm a legit person, right? I've been on these different websites and news channels. I'm legit. Now, one thing I do want to point out is a lot of people in their funnels will put fake information. I've seen people that are essentially nobodies put like Forbes and Washington Post and CNN down here. And I'm like, you've never been on any of those platforms. And that's, I'm pretty sure, illegal use of a trademark. So they could actually get sued for that. So don't put fake information in your funnel. Like if you've never been on a TEDx talk, don't say you have, just because that is a lie, right? It's a blatant lie. And you're trying to, form a relationship with a customer. You don't want to start it off by lying to them. And so Tai does do a pretty good job, whether you love him or hate him or whatever. That's not what this video is about. This video is about his funnel. And he is not lying about any of this, right? He's actually been on all of these sites. I went back and looked and saw that, yes, he actually has been featured and has talked on all these different sites and media outlets. And then he puts a little disclaimer here, basically saying, hey, you know, just because you buy this doesn't mean that you're going to be successful, which is just, you know, it's just stuff that his lawyer told him to do. We scroll down a little bit more, and this is kind of where the sales page-ish begins, where he talks about everybody wants the good life, but, you know, no one's getting it, right? So, you know, the more you learn, the more you earn, which is probably one of the most overplayed quotes in entrepreneurship ever. I literally hear that quote all the time. It drives me crazy. Now, it's completely true, but it just drives me crazy. Everybody says it all the time. And then, you know, he just kind of talks about why you should join the program and, you know, blah, blah, blah. You can literally click to join right here. So what a lot of good funnels do is they put multiple links to sign up throughout the page. So you can click here to sign up. Great, right? Invest in your brain, double down. Again, just giving more information about it. Again, click here to claim your spot, right? Money back guarantee, download the greatest ideas, click here to claim your spot. And then down here we have the footer, which is just, you know, some information about him and his different links to all his different stuff. So you can see he's got a ton of different courses right now, right? And he's making more all the time. So he's got a lot of different stuff. We're going to look at another one of his courses in a sec, but I want to finish out this funnel. So if we click here to claim our spot, right, it's going to take us to this page where he wants you to agree to these terms. Now, this is something I don't see in a lot of other funnels, is having the person agree to the terms. This is what's called an extra step in a funnel. And the thing is, this will lower your overall conversion rate. So if you've got 100 people that come to the start of your funnel and you want 10 people to join, having more and more pages reduces the number of people that are actually going to end up going all the way through the funnel and end up buying your product. And so what's interesting is Tai put this here because he actually wants to vet people that join. So he actually doesn't want people to join unless they're going to actually follow through and do some of this stuff. And that helps him because then you only have people that are actually serious and, you know, legitimately want to learn and help change their lives. And so he makes you agree to these guidelines. Like if I don't click this, then it says you have to, you know, check this box to proceed. And so once I check this box, I again click here to claim your spot. It takes me to the checkout page where I'm able to put in, you know, all my information as well as my credit card information. And then it says, you know, you're going to be charged one payment of $50. Now, when 67 Steps first came out many years ago, it was a lot more expensive than that. And it's actually come down even in price since then. I think it used to be $67 for a while, but now it's just $50, right? One payment of $50 is going to get you in the door. But what he does is what's called an upsell. And now this is really, really powerful when it comes to a funnel, is upselling the customer, especially on the same page that they buy the actual product. Because he's saying, hey, I'll give you a 14-day free membership to my VIP program. He talks a little bit about what the VIP program is right here, where he's talking about, you know, the archive vault and membership to some, you know, monthly calls and book of the day premium and stuff like that. And it costs $50 a month, right? And so you have to choose right here whether you want it or not. Now, someone comes in and they want, you know, Tai's help, right? They want to associate with Tai. They want to learn from him. So they're willing to pay $50. Well, here, you can join for 14 days, completely free. And then after that, it's $50 a month. And so he'll get a lot of people on the hook for this because they want to learn from him. They're like, oh, well, I don't have to pay that right now. I can pay it in 2 weeks. Or if I don't like it, I can get a refund and cancel. And sure, I'll take the 14-day free membership. So that helps him create a lot more revenue because it's a in-page upsell. And so that's what it's called. It's called an upsell. And whenever someone is on a page that they're checking out, if you can put an upsell on that page saying, hey, I know you're already buying this, and this is a great product, but here's another product that I think you'll really like, and they'll also be really helpful to you. So that is really good part of the funnel. And then of course he's got his refund policy right here as well. And that does help a ton with conversions, as people know that they're not really taking any risk. You're like, oh, it's only $50, and as well you get a money back guarantee. And then you place your order, and then your email the login information to log in on Tai's website and go through 67 steps. So that essentially is the end of this funnel. Now, one thing that I want to make really, really clear is this is a pretty fleshed out funnel. This is a pretty, good funnel. It's long, it's not too long, but it's very filled and it's a very solid funnel. So I would actually rate this funnel a 9 out of 10 just because of the amount of effort and work that was put into creating this funnel. He's honestly telling you, hey, I have actually appeared on these. I'm not, faking it. It doesn't say Forbes and Washington Post here, even though he's never been on those. Actually, I think he has been on Forbes. He's giving honest information. He's telling you what you're actually going to get. He's not, trying to lie or scam. And he still has this call us number at the top. This is on every single page. He wants you to realize, hey, if you're unsure, you can call us, right? But most people won't. Most people are not going to ever call that phone number. Very few people will, but it's still there to prove that this is all legit. Now, one thing I want you to really understand is that this is just what's called a gateway product. All right, this is just kind of to get you in the door. Tai knows, hey, if you're willing to spend $50 with me, if you like this program that you're about to go through, odds are you're willing to spend a lot more money to learn even more stuff from me. And that's where all of his other products come into play, all his other courses that he has that are significantly more expensive, right? Most of his products and courses are 10 times more expensive than this, all right? But he understands that if you spend $50 with somebody, odds are you're willing to spend $500 with that person if you can afford it and if you think their content is good. And so this is one of his cheapest programs because it's really inexpensive. It's been out for a while. It's got a lot of, authority. Everybody knows Tai Lopez's 67 steps. Everybody's heard of it. And so he offers it so cheap because he knows that once he gets people in the door, they're probably going to buy another one of his programs. Now let's do something fun and look at this older funnel, right? That you can still get to if you go to his Hearing Garage video and you click on the annotation that pops up. So it takes you to this page where it's the same kind of video. He talks about 67 steps and how it's going to change your life. And then he has join free for 3 days. All right. So it's a completely different offer than his other funnel, right? His other funnel was, $50 and then you can also sign up for the VIP program, right? But it was just $50 and there was no join free or anything like that. And so this is actually a completely separate funnel. It's completely different. It's kind of funny that he still has it online, even though it's a completely different funnel, and it gives you a completely different offer too. So again, this is kind of the same, just sales page where he gives you information about him and about the software. And then again, social proof, right? Got to see that people are getting results. If we see, okay, I'm in, join free for 3 days. So we click that, we're taken to this page right here, right, where it says the value of this is over $7,000 and the regular price is over $1,000. But you can join free for 3 days and then it's $10 a month, right? Or $67 annually for 67 steps. Now, I want you to see that and think that's really interesting because his other funnel for the same exact program was $50 flat. Or you can pay $67 annually, or you could pay $10 a month. So it's really interesting that he's got two funnels that are selling the same product at two very different price points, in my opinion. Now, they're not super, that much different, but one is a recurring price and one is a flat price. So I just find that really interesting that he's got these two completely separate funnels that sell you the same product. Now we go down here and we put in our credit card info and everything like that, and we click access our membership, and it's going to take us to the same page. It's going to send us that same email that we are now enrolled in 67 steps, but it's going to charge us $67 a year, or it's going to charge us $9 a month, whichever one that we select here. Whereas if we had checked out with the other funnel, it would have only been a one-time cost of $50 unless we wanted that VIP service. Now, I did just notice that he does have the bonus VIP video archive vault, which I'm pretty sure is the same VIP video vault thing from his last funnel that he was charging $50 a month for. But now we can get it as a bonus here for $10 a month. This funnel has a 30-day money-back guarantee, and the other funnel had a 60-day money-back guarantee. Now, although these funnels are two pretty different funnels and they're they're selling the same product, I would still give this one a pretty good rating of probably 8 out of 10. I do think his newer funnel's better, but I would still give this one an 8 out of 10 because it does have all of the things that you want to have in a funnel. And if you scroll down here, it has all the social proof and everything like that. And so this is still a good funnel. I just find it really interesting that he still has these annotations that you can still click to get to his older funnel, and you can actually get 67 steps and this VIP stuff for cheaper than you can on his actual funnel, where he's going to charge you $50 a month for all this stuff. And over here, you can get it all for $10 a month or $67 a year. So let's really quickly go look at one of his other programs. And so let me shrink myself down. This is just his homepage where you can go to any of his courses. Let's look at one of his most popular courses, which is his social media marketing agency course. And you'll see, again, this is a very, very similar funnel, right, to the funnel that we just looked at. It's got a video, it's got this. One thing that I do want you to notice is that you can actually see the price, right? And let me move my head out of the way again. You can see the price right here. He puts it right here. He's just like, hey, it's $700, right? He doesn't try to hide it behind anything like he's done in his other funnels, where he makes you put in your name and your email first before he'll tell you the price. And so that's so he can follow up with you. He just says, hey, it's $700. And that's because this, again, this program is very, very powerful, right? He's got a lot of students. He's got a lot of results for his students. And so he's able just to straight up sell it right on this page, right? Just here's the price blatantly, you know, here's what you're going to get. All right. Again, this is pretty similar to the funnel that we just saw. He just, you know, he actually has a layout of exactly what you're going to be getting, 64 hours worth of content, which is just, in my opinion, way too much. I wouldn't want to spend 64 hours watching videos, but he's got that much content on here. Most of them are live calls that he's done in the past. Now, he's got thousands of case studies, right? So you can scroll through these and you can watch all these videos of the different students that have had results with his software. And this is always powerful because people want to see that others are getting results, right? You don't want to buy anything unless you know that it works. And so this is called social proof, and it's always included in pretty much all of his funnels is people that have gotten results using his program. And then he has a little FAQ and stuff like that. So if we click join program, it's going to be taken to this page where he wants us to enter your name and email to create an account. So I put in some fake information here, and I'm just going to click create account, and it's going to say that my email is invalid. So let's just take that, and maybe that's a valid email. Okay, cool, that's a valid email. Now this is obviously, again, his checkout page where you can see this program is $700. It's the same thing. He's got his social proof here. He's got the, you know, what's included and the price, and you can join the program. You just sign right up. So this sales page is not as filled as 67 steps. Now, his least filled out sales page are his more newer programs. And you would think it would be almost the opposite. You'd think, you know, for his newer programs, you would want to have a more filled funnel than his older stuff, but it's actually the opposite. And that's because he knows once you buy one of his courses that you're going to be willing to buy another one. So let's just look at one of his newer programs, this Build Credit course here, where he talks about how to build your credit score, right? And I want you to notice that it's not actually him teaching any of it. It's this guy right here. This guy teaches the whole course. So Ty's not even in the course. It's just on his website, and he does a little video about it. So we can go to YouTube again and see. This is an hour-long video. Now, probably about halfway through, he's going to start talking about the program. So he actually hands it off to this guy and probably talks about it. And so they're probably talking about it right now. I don't really care to play the video and go look at it, but he's going to talk about this course and that you should join if you want a good credit score or whatever. And look at this page though. Single video, legal disclaimer, a little bit of information about the guy that's teaching it, you know, his money back guarantee, and that's it, right? There's nothing on here really compared to his other pages. Now if we click on show me how, takes you right to the checkout page, right? There's no other page, there's no, you know, page in between them, just pushes you right to the checkout page where you can put in your information. And even on this checkout page, it's not as much information as he had on some of his other checkout pages. So this funnel for his newer programs is actually not, in my opinion, as good as his older funnels, which makes sense. He wants to, gauge whether people are interested in this kind of stuff, if people actually want to buy a program that teaches this kind of information. And then if it is, then he'll spend the money and time to build a more fully fleshed out funnel. But this is a very, very simple funnel that works really, really well. It's just a page that's got a video on it with a button that says show me how, or sign me up, or enroll now. And when you click that button, it just takes you right to the checkout page where you can see some information about it, right? There's not a ton of information about what this does, right? You have to watch the video in order to understand what this whole course is even about. But you can immediately sign up and pay the $700 to join this course. Now, I would give this funnel a 4 or 5 out of 10 just because it's not filled out very well. It does still look really professional, but it's just not filled all the way that I would consider a good funnel to be. So obviously his 67 steps funnel is, kind of really good. It's a good funnel, and that's why I gave that one a 9 out of 10. But these other funnels for his other programs, I would give maybe a 5 out of 10. So that concludes today's episode of Funnel Review. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments that you like Funnel Review and you want me to keep doing episodes. Otherwise, I probably won't. But if you have any ideas for funnels that you want me to go review and go check out and kind of walk through, leave me a comment to that funnel and I'll go check it out. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.